I'd rather these nights without you got me going so mad. There's no one like you that I'd rather have. These nights without you, these nights without you. When I want you back, when I want you back, I realize how I'm still stuck in the past, still stuck in the without you. Entering the Chaka-verse, Chaka Crypto. Welcome to the Chaka-verse. He all speaking Chaka facts, I'm not speaking Chaka words. We all making Chaka raps, we call this the Chaka-verse. No, I can't help you cop the bag, but I can help you do research. So come and join the Chaka pack, explore the Chaka universe.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Chaka Crypto. This is the Chaka-verse, where we cover crypto news, NFTs, metaverse, and everything in between. So today we're going to be talking about the CryptoSwarm AI project. So I have Travis in the background. He's going to come up and let us know his role in the project and a little bit about what CryptoSwarm's all about. And I got this video from their website. Let's go ahead and play this before we get started.
Why do birds flock? Bees swarm and fish school. They do this because the groups are smarter when thinking together than the individuals would be on their own. Scientists call this swarm intelligence, and it combines the power of many minds into one. The question is, can people swarm? Now they can. Researchers at Unanimous AI have developed an innovative technology to allow any online group to form an artificial swarm intelligence that can quickly and accurately answer questions, reach decisions, make predictions, generate forecasts, optimize opinions. A combination of AI algorithms and real-time human input, our Swarm AI technology taps the knowledge, wisdom, insights, and intuitions of large online groups and amplifies their collective intelligence, empowering them to be smarter together. At unanimous.ai.
All right, so that was a video from the CryptoSwarm AI website. That's the website down below, and everything we talk about today, all the links to their Twitter, to their websites, will be down in the description box down below. So without further ado, let me go ahead and say what's up to the chat really quick. We have CCCC49. Hey, happy to see somebody using Swarm AI for trading, and I'm happy you being here, man. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and let me go ahead and bring up the guest for today. We got Travis in the house. What's going on, man?
What is going on, man? Thank you for having us. You know, it's a surprise to me. Even I didn't know I was going to be on here this morning. When I woke up, I had a few things running around. I'm happy I was able to make the time to be here right now.
Yeah, man. Happy to have you. Happy to have you. So I know you're a busy man. We can go ahead and jump right into it. Maybe we can get an intro, like a introduction of yourself, you know, your background, and then your role with CryptoSwarm.
Sure thing. So my name's Travis. First off, I've been in crypto since 2016. At the time, I was running the same company as I am now. And I got into crypto because I was actually accepted it as a form of payment for personal development courses I was creating and selling on Facebook to my audience. And my mind was blown away by the growth that I had seen. And I knew that it was going to be something that would be taking over the future. So I wanted to learn everything I could about it. I wanted to play a role in it. I know it's a new financial frontier that was there to be explored and built on. And over the course of the last, how long has it been now? What year is it? 23, 4? Over the last 7 years, I've been exploring the space, networking. I've been across the country for events, meeting all kinds of people. And I educated myself on how to trade it because I saw that that would be a way to really capitalize on the opportunity that we have here. And I got pretty good at it, if I say so myself. And I was actually invited to trade for a few different funds, and I was never really interested in it until I went out to Puerto Rico and met some people for a fund that I was working with there. And it was during that experience with that fund in Puerto Rico a couple years ago that I met with my business partner, Ken. I met my business partner, Ken. And in the time that we were there, we had a lot of disagreements amongst all the members of the fund. And my partner, Ken, had actually made contact with Unanimous and the Swarm AI concept. And we wanted to introduce it as a tool to our own fund that would be the best strategy to come to unanimous consensus that we could all agree on. And it was non-biased because it was anonymous. And the fund itself that we were in couldn't even make the decision to use it. So Ken and I, we actually broke off and wanted to focus on creating a CryptoSwarm AI because we saw what it could be. And it's been, you know, a year plus now that we've been putting it together. We're live, we're minting, people are joining. We've got a pretty cool track record that blew our own expectations out of the water, and we're really excited to be here and have it available for everyone.
Awesome, man. Thank you for that. Now, this is totally new to me. I went through the website a little bit. I heard CryptoSwarm talking on Twitter Spaces. I don't really know exactly what's going on here. Can you let us know what CryptoSwarm is?
So my role in this is I'm a lead trader. I'm one of the experts that contribute to the fund. So I might not have the prettiest explanations to what everything is, but in a general idea is the Swarm is a platform that enables people to come together and pick the most probable outcome. For example, people came together in 2017. A reporter came to the company and actually challenged Unanimous, who's the parent company, Cryptonomous, and the organizations involved to predict the winners of a Kentucky Derby. So what the company did is we got a bunch of horse enthusiasts together to operate on the Swarm platform. And they came together and they made their predictions for who would be not just first, not second, but first, second, third, and fourth to predict a superfecta at the Kentucky Derby. And these horse enthusiasts, just like, again, they're enthusiasts. They're not professional bookies. They're not professional sports bettors. They came together and they made their prediction using the Swarm platform. And the reporter, which I don't think came to the company with good intentions, the reporter actually went to the Kentucky Derby, made the bet. I believe they bet $20 on the prediction that the Swarm made, and her winnings was 11,000 because she won the bet.
Wow. So, I mean, you probably don't have to get into it. Like I said, the backstage, we're going to try to get Louis Rosenberg. He's the founder and the creator.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's the man. Okay. But how does that work? How does so you said that she made a bet she went with the Swarm?
A $20 bet and bet with the Swarm results. So the Swarm, the way it kind of works, it sounds like you're asking like the dynamic of how it actually functions is there's a lot of back end that goes into it. You know, I'm not one of the brilliant minds that structures each Swarm session, but what it is, we set up a series of likely outcomes. And the Swarm, the way it works is we use this, the user interface to, each user has like a magnet that we control with our mouse on the platform. And we all try to draw it to the answer that we see. So usually there's a specialist, like I'm a crypto specialist that participates. I usually have a pretty good idea what's the most probable outcome. So I may be one of the first magnets drawing the puck that's in the middle to an outcome. So the user interface, if you imagine it's an octagon, and at the point of each octagon, there's an outcome. And our goal is to get the puck highlighted on one of the corners that's the most probable outcome. So that's a very good example right there. So when one, like me, the specialist, I usually pull out my puck, my magnet, to pull the puck in the direction I think. And it's really interesting. One of my favorite parts is seeing how the group changes its mind in real time. Like you can see originally someone starts to pull out, but other people are disagreeing. and then you'll see the puck slowly start to switch with the group consensus. And I think it's important to highlight that of all these things, we didn't have the expectation of producing the results we have. I wanted to use this as, before we got to this point that we're at now, and this was just an idea to make this work in crypto. My idea was I wanted to use this as another tool on my belt. I wanted to use this as a sentiment tool to see if what I felt was right and agreed upon with a lot of other people. And we did not expect to, with all the data we produced out the gate, because it's been three months now, we did not expect to not trigger a single stop loss in any of the predictions we've made. And that right there is just huge to me. I don't know, do you trade yourself, Chaka?
Yeah, I'm a trader. I'm not huge into trading. I'm more of a long-term trader, but I do some trading.
So then, you understand the importance of a stop loss.
Yeah, and I seen on, I believe it was your Twitter, you guys didn't trigger one stop loss.
Yeah, actually, I pinned that one because I thought that was super cool. I'm not big on Twitter. I'm more on Facebook. But I thought it was super important to highlight that. This is what we're looking at is the original trade log that we made. It goes so much longer than that now. But that screenshot right there is a trade log of long and short positions that we've opened. And on the far right column, it shows whether stop loss was triggered, true or false. And that's false on every single trade. So, I'm not supposed to give financial advice. I'm kind of getting close to talking into what you should or shouldn't do with our data. But when you open a trade and you set a stop loss, the worst case scenario is that you hit your stop loss and you get, your trade closes at a loss. So when we don't hit a single stop loss on the results that we've made, it's just a huge positive outcome for me. I get excited about stuff like that.
Yeah. Real quick, let me say what's up to the chat. We got Awesome in the chat. Appreciate you being here. Awesome Lazy Jedi in the house. What's going on, guys? Now, the whole thing, it's saying that it uses AI technology, and you probably might not know the answers. Like I said, we're going to try to get Lewis on here, but it uses AI technology somehow. But it sounds, when you explained it, it sounds like it's just a group of people that are putting in their input.
Right. So where the AI comes into play is that it calculates the conviction score of the decisions that we make. So me personally, I think I can safely say this without it being advice, is that when I look at the data that we produce, I look for the high conviction decisions. The decisions where the AI comes back and says, this score is rated with a high conviction score and it's very probable. So when I see high conviction, that tells me that the AI is agreeing with us and telling us that the way we came together and answered this question, it's very probable that this is the outcome. Compared to sometimes it's so scattered, the AI will tell us this is a low conviction answer, not recommended that we take action on this data.
And I see right here, there's a subscribe button. So how does one, if they wanted to be part of the swarm, do they have to subscribe to something? Is there a monthly subscription, or?
So there's two different routes. Our original launch plan was that you mint for 1 ETH and you're just in and you have all access as long as the project's alive, which will be a long time if it's up to me. But we realized that not everyone wanted to just throw 1 ETH at something they didn't really understand, because this project, even for myself, it's not something that I just grasped right away. Even though I'm a partner on it, I'm working on it. But like when I first started hearing about it, it didn't exactly make sense. And I still don't know that I have the words to make it make sense perfectly. I understand it, but I may not be able to explain it the best still. But
yeah, honestly, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it too. I'm really not quite sure yet, like exactly what.
So then, it being one of the things that it takes a few go-overs to really understand, and a deeper review if you're really curious to really understand it. We realized that, not everyone was just ready to put 1 ETH into it. And we decided to make a subscription model as well. So you can mint it for 1 ETH and you're all in, no ongoing costs, no ongoing expenses. Or if you wanted to try it for a month, or just you don't want to mint it, but you want to use it, there's a $99 per month subscription that you can do. And it gets you the same access.
And what are you minting? Is it
we're minting our NFTs. So on top of the screen there is each of our NFTs. And we got the NFT. It just acts as a all access pass. It's a ticket, the way I see it. Our NFT is just a ticket.
Okay.
Once you log in, there's a token gated link, so you can just validate that you own the NFT in your wallet, and it allows you to log in.
And that's logging in here somewhere on the website in the members.
Right, in the members area there. You'll be able to access reports with your NFT after you authenticate your wallet. You'll be able to access Swarm sessions, and you'll be able to access, most importantly, the data.
And from there, are they able to, if you have a NFT, you can access the member section. Is that where they can participate and
Absolutely.
put in with the, be one of the magnets that was pulling the hockey puck?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Nice, man. So explain. So what's your role in this project? I know you're more of the trader in this project. How
So
do
I'm
you come up
definitely
with your
big on
data?
trading. I wanted to be, one of the specialists that helped start off with a strong opinion on what the direction of things are going. And then I'm helping with marketing. Recently I went out to Vegas. I went to a studio to record ads. I help a lot with the marketing team. We did we haven't done a lot of paid marketing because it's not something that this isn't a project that you can just like blast an ad and people are like, oh, that makes sense. You got to talk to people like we are here. Like you heard about us in the Twitter space where it's just an open conversation and we're discussing and answering questions. So we've been doing a lot of that, that's for sure. And that's where I fall into marketing and trading specialist.
Nice. And we have CCCCC 49 in the chat says, this company is just amazing, the CEO, but also the people around him, like Travis. I can feel he is passionate about his work. And that tells me a lot. So how are you? Let's see. Let's check out you guys' Twitter. The Twitter, you guys have, almost 3,400 followers. Now, the Discord, is that open for everybody? Anybody can join the Discord, or do they need to mint these
absolutely.
NFTs?
Yeah, we've got a lot of frequently asked questions in there that I organized. We've got a lot of links of videos. It's just an open chat room there for people to ask their questions. We're organizing a more streamlined sign up process because some people get lost in the Discord when they're looking for information just because there's so much going on in Discord. And some people just don't like Discord. But it is open to everyone. You can jump in there, ask your questions, get your questions answered in the buzz room. And we're always happy to chat with people there.
Nice. I'm sorry. My cousin just threw me off. He walked behind camera and he just pulled up a bottle of whiskey. And I was like, I'll be there with you in a minute.
Wait till the episode's over, bye.
Yeah. So I seen in the Discord now there's no sections that are gated for holders, right? This is all open.
There actually are. You probably couldn't see them because
I'm not. Yeah,
not a holder.
But I did see that they had a bunch of case studies. I tried to go through these case studies, and I just think that my mind just doesn't work this way. I'm not getting.
Yeah, there's just so much information in there. When we first started promoting this, our idea was we're not paying for ads for this because it's just not something you watch a video and it makes sense. You've really got to do a deep dive if you really want to understand this. But I think a lot of people are getting overwhelmed with the overwhelming amount of information that there is about this. There's press releases, data reports. There's all these different things. And what is an important point I like to share with people is that you don't need to know how an engine works to drive a car and operate it. It's like you don't need to understand the very inner workings of CryptoSwarm AI to use it and benefit from the data we produce.
Yeah. So if one was new to the project, where would you send them just starting out? Where's the best place to start learning about this? Is it joining your socials?
I would say, follow us on social media. Absolutely. Join the Discord. Absolutely. And we have been, incubating people in the Discord. So we're trying to put all the information we have into there. But we're also soon, I'm actually working on it right now. Some more direct sources to just like watch a few podcasts I've made over the last couple months. I've been in some studios, I've been recording content, and I'm waiting for it to all get edited out before I create just like a streamlined process to, learn about this important part, click to the next part, learn about this important part. If you want more information, still join Discord, or you can just mint here. But incubation is great in Discord. A lot of people are just asking questions in there, and we're just happy to answer them.
Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of information here.
There's so much information. If we really wanted to take a deep dive,
yeah,
it's there.
So we got CC49 says, I subscribed today. How can I join the hidden Discord sites?
So then those are token gated. We are working out. The subscription model is newer than the NFT tokens that we've been creating. So that's actually a great question. I'm not sure if we've addressed that. So I appreciate you asking that, and I'll get you an answer for that. If you join our Discord, drop that question in the buzz room, and I'll make sure I reply to that later when I check it.
Cool. So where do you see this project? And I know you're not the main person probably to answer this, but you still have your own opinion. Where do you see this project in a year? Where do you think this is heading?
So then we do have a roadmap that we laid out. And we're actually going to be, after we sell the pre-mint, which is what we're doing right now, the original 300 mints that are available is part of the OG 300, we've been calling it. And the OG 300 is actually part of the test group that's just creating the data to show that what we're doing is accurate, it's real, it works, it's happening, and it's actually blowing our expectations out of the water. And then we'll be launching another 1,000 NFTs. And when we launch the next 1,000 after the first 300 sell, some of the first 300 holders, they'll actually be getting another, it's like a buy one, get one. You're going to get another NFT after this full launch goes. After we get rid of those first 1,000, they're sold and they're in hands and people are using them, we're planning to launch another 3,000 for the stock market. And then after the stock market, we're going into sports betting. And that's going to be fun.
Oh, okay. So you guys are venturing out to the stock market and then going into sports bets using this Swarm. What do you call it? Swarm
AI. Yeah.
Swarm AI.
Yeah. We're really excited about it.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. Really interesting. I really want to look more into it and learn more. I tried to come up with intelligent questions, but it's pretty much just like, what,
there's just so much going on.
Gotta explain it,
Yeah. How much or how long have you been following the spaces that Ken goes into? Because Ken's usually the main speaker on things like this.
It's been a couple weeks. Weeks.
Cool.
Not too long.
Yeah.
But I did find it interesting. That's very cool. Very cool. So, anything else you'd like to touch on? I mean, I know there's got to be a whole lot more.
There's a whole lot going behind it. I'm not sure what I am allowed and not allowed to speak about, so I'm trying to choose my words carefully. Because there's a lot going on in the background that I know I'm not sure if it's been released or should be released yet. But one thing that's important to touch on is that we're trying to create a safe environment for people to step into crypto, because there's so many people that want to make tons of money in crypto and then just lose all their money, and then they call it a scam and they write it off. There's so much happening in the crypto space that will turn into so many bigger things in the future as it grows. But we need more people as a whole in the general crypto space to see what it can be. And we thought, if we can create a safe environment for people to make some money in trading, then they're going to be bigger believers. They're going to talk about it more, and that's just one step closer to mass adoption. So we really wanted to emphasize that we want a safe environment for people to take their steps and learn to trade and form a better opinion.
Learn to trade and educate. Education is always good. Now this is an honest question.
Sure.
So I know in Discords and they have these groups, and they get together and they'll pump a project up as a group. What sets CryptoSwarm AI aside from groups like that?
From like pump and dump groups? Is that what you're talking about? Or?
Yeah, from like pump and dump groups. I'm not, it's totally different, but
yeah.
Can you explain the difference in those?
So a general response, the first thing that comes to my mind is that, we're not an art project, but we have cool art. There's real utility here. We're not just trying to pump and dump this. We're not trying to, it's not a money grab. There's a real service here. When we first started working on this project, the overwhelming response was that this is so cool. I haven't seen an NFT project with this much utility, with this much use case. And it was really exciting to be able to offer something that had a purpose. It wasn't just a PFP. I'm not knocking any projects or any other projects. Everyone has a cool project out there. But there's a lot of projects that are just profile pictures and cool art. And those are great for people that appreciate art and want to speculate. But this isn't a project where we're trying to pump up the value of our NFT. I mean, that's cool if it becomes more valuable. But really, at the end of the day, we're just raising the price. We raise the price to 1 ETH just so people that buy it have a real stake in it and take it seriously, because we don't want people to be we honestly don't want people speculating with our NFTs. We don't want people out there trying to pump and dump the value of our project. It's not a good look. It's not a good purpose, and it doesn't serve anyone for it to be like that. So really, our project is utility based. It's a utility based project. And when you ask that question, you're looking at the earn to forecast section on the website, and I didn't touch on that. For the people that are, if you go a little lower, it's the one with the chart right there, forecast to win. The people that actually forecast accurately inside of our swarm sessions, you can actually earn rewards. So the highest percent of people that forecast accurately, part of the income that we get from this project is set aside to pay people that accurately forecast, because we want to reward the people that are here participating and helping the project produce good results. So there are people that are, joining the project and forecasting well, and they're actually not just benefiting from the data and running to the exchange with it, they're actually profiting with it because they're making money by just being accurate.
Nice. And you said that the second round of NFTs, is that going to be, okay, so right now this one is for crypto. The NFTs you have, the next round, that's going to be for stock market?
Yes, absolutely.
And the next NFTs after that will be for sports betting?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
We're really excited.
Starting to get it a little bit. It's going to take a couple times. I'll be
it
in the
always
spaces
does.
more.
Honestly, I'm partnered up with a project, and it took me more than a couple times myself. So no, there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot to wrap your head around here.
It is. It's just, this right here is totally new for me. It's something different for me. But C does have a question in chat. Let's see. He's asking how much roughly of this AI trades hit. I believe there was a chart, right?
Oh, sorry. What was the question?
He asked how much percentage roughly of his AI trades hits, and I think he's asking you.
So, like, what's the win ratio?
Yeah, wasn't there a chart of that?
Yeah, there's the. Is that the one that was on my Twitter?
Yep.
So there's a lot of data that we produce. I don't take action on every single decision that's made. I myself am a good trader myself. Everyone takes wins and losses, and we didn't expect to have 100% forecasting accuracy because that's just not realistic. But what we have done is on 100% of our trades, we haven't hit a single stop loss, which is great. I mean, Any trader knows that you're not hitting the stop losses. That's freaking phenomenal. We have on one of the indexes we made, because we're tracking all the different outcomes and decisions and how they play out. One of them's got a 96% accuracy rating for that particular set of questions, because each session there's a lot of questions that we ask and a lot of different outcomes. And where the AI comes in, it tells us this is probable, this isn't probable. This is high conviction scores means it's more probable and more likely. A low conviction score, less probable, less likely. So if you're taking action on every single shred of data that we produce, you're going to be taking losses, because you can't just run to the exchange blindly with something that comes out. You have to look at what the conviction score was. You have to look at the consensus. You have to look at the different things that are part of the members area that we're putting together better ways to explain and break down for people.
Nice. And if I would just scroll down further, I would have seen that it has the amount of NFTs that are going to be launched on phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Cool. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us that maybe we didn't go over that you thought?
No, I mean, that's a pretty good overview. What's really important that I think I've talked to a lot of traders, because I know a lot of traders, and a lot of them have a big ego of the swarm needs me, I don't need the swarm. It's true, the swarm does get better the more people join it, but at the end of the day, it's just another tool on your belt. It's not a competition. It's not an ego contest. If people all put their ego aside and do join the swarm, it just gets that much smarter. As a swarm grows, it just gets smarter. And we were actually proving, there's a case study, I can't remember what university is actually studying this project right now. I want to say Stanford, but don't quote me.
Yeah, Stanford. I think I did see the case study papers.
So there's a new one we're working on about CryptoSwarm, and in particular, not just Swarm AI. And it's proving that the swarm is intelligent in itself.
Oh, wow. Is there a way to see how many people are participating in the swarm as of right now? Or is that something on the back end?
So it's on the back end. If you join a session, it shows you how many people are actually actively participating. I think right now we're ranging between 30 to 50 per session.
Oh, wow. So
the more people that join, the smarter it gets, because it's really interesting. Lewis broke this down for me one time when I asked him the question when we were just getting started. He broke it down and said, I asked, do we not want people that are like newer or, dumb money or people that just throwing money at the wall and just being in here to participate? And he says, well, you know, Travis, actually every aspect of these different categories influence the market. You know, there's 20% of the market is dumb money. You know, 30% of the market are people that don't know what they're doing, and their money influences the market, whether it be good or bad. So it is important to have the decisions factored into the swarm sessions, because every person represents a category of the market that's influenced by the price, or that influences the price.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and Louis Rosenberg, he seems to have been, I mean, right here.
He's the man. You know, Louis has been working on AI, AR, VR since the early 90s. You know, before I even realized it was a thing. He started out with it was a contract with, I think, the Air Force, and he was designing one of the first people to invent, work on, etc. Augmented reality. He actually sold his last company to BlackRock. You know, the man doesn't need to work another day in his life. This is a passion project for him. He really wants to introduce AI as a tool that works with humans. There's a bridge that can be gapped where we work together instead of AI working against us or for us. It should work with us, and that's the inspiration behind this project.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. That's good to hear. I want to read more on him. Hopefully one day I can get Louis on the channel and he can just, you know, give us more of his more of his knowledge. And I appreciate you jumping on, Travis. I know
it's my pleasure. You know, I didn't expect to be here today, but I'm happy I was able to make the time, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, hey, we winged it. We got some good information out there. I think it's a good place to start. I would like to, you know, always invite you guys back to get into it further. I think we just pretty much, that was the tip of the iceberg. And I think there's a lot more that I'd like to get into once I understand it a little bit better, so I can ask better questions, you know. And
you know, one thing I recommend, just like driving, you know, you could talk about it, you could study it, you could, you know, watch people do it, but the best way to learn how to drive is to drive. So if you really want to learn how it all works, I would recommend getting into a swarm session. We stopped doing public ones because we're live now. It's the mint. It's unfair to let people join that haven't minted or subscribed. That's why we launched the subscription model. If you want to try it out for a month for $99, I guarantee if you look at it in the Discord, you can see the people winning, and you can make your money back in a month on that $99 and just really figure it out by using it.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into it. I'll be in the Discord asking questions and checking out the Twitter Spaces. Do you guys have a set day for your Twitter sessions, or are you just jump in where you can?
The Twitter sessions or the swarm sessions?
The Twitter Spaces. So
I'm not exactly sure. Ken just jumps in where we can. The swarm Spaces, we do them 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Cool. Sounds good, man. And that is the CryptoSwarm AI. You know, I appreciate you jumping on. Like I said, the door's always open. If you want to come back, just hit me up in the DMs and we'll set it up. Cool, man. Everybody in the chat, appreciate you showing up, hanging out for a little bit, hanging out for about a half hour, checking out CryptoSwarm AI. And on that note, that's all we got. You guys all have a good one. Later.
Chaka Crypto, you're entering the Chaka-verse. Chaka Crypto, welcome to the Chaka-verse. Chaka Crypto, you're entering the Chaka-verse. Chaka Crypto, welcome to the